Our parents, basically when they got older, so we kind of went through the same cycle. It is difficult. I understand. It's difficult for my kids, but my kids also learned how to work hard and everything else. In Chilliwack, our real estate market is not cheap, if you ask anybody. And yet they've set aside and they've saved and everything else, and to get a house, a home, like a dwelling place. And they say they worked hard, but I hear too often they say, like, people say they have to go every year, they have to go to Mexico or somewhere else, they have to spend $10,000-$20,000 on their trip. Well, live within your means. Also, like, if you can't do that, you're paying for that for the rest of the year, just paying off your trip. You're not living off the means. I don't have a pension plan when I retire. I'm still working at present. I have to rely on what I've saved up over time. If you work for the government or any like the hospitals and that, you have a pension plan. You can spend everything you want and still get more money than when you were working. So how do you compare that? Like, I'm not sure if you get a pension plan round when you retire.
Okay, thank you, Pete. One more? Sure, one more. Clay in Surrey, British Columbia. Clay, hi there. What's your opinion, Clay?
Hi, Rob. My opinion is they should absolutely not touch primary residences. And the main reason why I say this is because it's not like whatever they would reap from that would go into anything that's beneficial for old people or young people or any Canadian in general. There's plenty of examples throughout history. The GST, what was that brought in by Mulroney's government? That was brought in to bring down the national debt. Has it even touched it? It hasn't even gone towards it. So anybody who's trying to sell this idea, any politician, any squeeze, generation squeeze, not think tank, they can't sell me on this. This is absolute ridiculousness. What are old people supposed to do when they don't have a pension and there isn't enough support from the government at all? The only reason why any old person, any retired person, any person needs help from the government is because they've gone their entire working life from 20 to the age of 80, 60 some odd years, being gouged and taxed to death. And so they haven't been able to reap a pension. They haven't been able to save up enough to look after themselves, other than the home, the equity that they have. And now this idea is to what? Put them in the poorhouse again? And what? Have our government or have these think tank generation squeeze people swoop in and look after them? This is an absolute...
Okay, all right, Clay. Okay, I got you loud and clear. Go and take a deep breath, okay? Join me here, okay? Just calm down. Make you feel better. I'm Rob Snow, this is Now You Know, this is City News.
On your mind, you want everyone to know.
Call now. Hello. 1-833-668-2577.
It's Talk Back on Now You Know with Rob Snow.
Phone lines are jam-packed right now. Look, let me just give you one very quick example of what's coming. The bills that younger generations are going to have to pay. Just OAS, okay? Old age security. Old age security payments come right out of the taxes. It's not like the CPP that's funded through premiums paid by employees and employers. OAS comes from taxes. In 2022, total OAS payments, government to Canadians, almost $70 billion. In 1 year, $70 billion. That was 2 years ago. By 2027, it will increase to $96 billion. By the year 2030, OAS payments will total $108 billion. And by the year 2035, $123 billion. $123 billion for one program, just one program. One program for seniors. Costs are going to go up 75% in about a decade. So imagine that for all the age-related programs, GIS, healthcare, long-term care, medication, all of this stuff. Who's going to pay for that? And one of the ideas making the rounds is, well, the boomers are, or the Gen Xers are. It's not going to be Gen Z. They don't have any money. They don't own homes. Where's the money? Well, there's $3 trillion worth of wealth locked up in homes. Make these people pay a capital gains tax on the sale of a primary residence. Primary residence. You can't shut younger Canadians out of the housing market, then ask them to foot the bill for all of these costs that are coming down the line. I'm not saying I believe that's the case. I'm saying that's the case that's being made. What do you think of that? A fifth in Waterloo. A fifth? Hi there.
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
So what I want to say is, yeah, I'm okay with them adding like taxes, like, you know, as long as, you know, one of the things for like, you know, maybe I can pay 5%. That's fine. But as long as it doesn't go to this, like, you know, this defense thing that the President Trudeau saying that, oh, we have to do for NATO, because he said that, oh, we're going to make sure that we get to that 2%, but we don't know how, like, he doesn't show how. So I don't want him to, like, you know, take this tax and put it there instead of, like, helping us.
Okay, so you want some kind of assurance that it is actually going to help fund health care, retirement security, long-term care, medications, these kinds of things, and not, you know, whatever, right? Foreign affairs. Yeah, I got you. Thank you. Thank you for your call. Up next, Nick in Calgary. Thank you, Nick, for calling. Go ahead, Nick.
Box on it.
Hi, Nick.
Okay, we're here now?
Yes, you are.
Okay, capital gains tax.
Yeah.
You got a guy that's worked 70 years, or 60, 70 years to pay off his house.
Yeah.
He wants to sell it, get into a smaller place. Now he's got to pay taxes on top, you know, pay that tax. I don't go for it. It's a joke.
Okay.
Why does Canada need 12 new submarines? Where's the money coming from that? Well, it's going to be coming from that capital gains tax. My son and my daughter are helping, well, they want to help us. And we help ourselves. I mean, no.
Okay. Again, the case, you've heard the case, right, Nick? You're getting older. Okay, it's going to cost a lot of money to take care of you and all the older Canadians. Where's that money going to come from? That's what they're saying.
I've worked hard for my money.
Yeah.
I pay my taxes.
Sure.
That's where my money should come from. Not that I want to sell my house and move to a smaller place. I got to pay. I don't. What's the percentage that they say is going to come off the top of that? I sell my house for $200,000. What percentage is
I don't know.
pay?
I don't know. Like the government won't even acknowledge that it's even thinking about doing this, but it has, as I say, it's had CMHC study it, and it's having meetings with people who promote it.
I think they're a joke.
A joke.
He's more groups studying this and studying that, wasting taxpayers' money just for a study, and then turn around and say, "Oh, that's not going to be feasible." Millions of dollars on doing studies, and yet they can't take care of, the people that actually work for them. The poor slobs that work for a living, they can't take care of us, but yet they can spend millions of dollars on studies and that, and find out, oh, that's not going to work.
Okay. All right, Nick. Thank you. I got you. Loud and clear. Not a lot of uptake on this. I mean, a couple of callers kind of open to the idea, but for the most part, it's a big thumbs down on this one. A couple of more calls coming up. I'm Rob Snow. This is Now You Know. This is today. Generational fairness and reciprocity. Let's go to John in Nova Scotia. John, thanks for calling. What do you think, John?
Good, Rob. First time caller. I'll try to make this as easy as possible for both of us. Absolutely not. Absolutely. Most worked all my life, paid taxes. No one gave me this house. No government program gave me this house. We took out a mortgage. We pay taxes and every damn thing we do in this country. Right up till the day we die, and even after we die, we're paying taxes. And I would really like to know what the so-called experts in Ottawa believe happens to the money that
like the younger generations and what's ahead for them. I mean, they can't afford to buy homes, and they might be as well kind of get this double whammy of all the costs of all the social programs that are going through the roof because everybody's getting old.
Well, Rob, I've been hearing this now. I watch very little TV. I listen to radio programs. I used to work shift work, turn it on the radio at 12 o'clock midnight or 4 o'clock in the morning driving home. I listen to these programs. All of a sudden, within the last, and one more little point I used to bring up, I'll bring up is when Harper was in power,